welcome to this practice. Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. Come on over and get comfortable. Finding a place to rest the body. As you welcome this practice, this guided relaxation practice of Yoga Nidra, to nourish you and to support you tonight and any time from now on. This practice dedicated to the heart and to the lungs. And beginning with settling the body, taking a few moments to find an awareness of where you are. Take a moment to get comfortable right where you are, organizing the body. For relaxation, for a practice to soothe the nervous system and to give care and attention to the heart and to the lungs. Beginning with a settling, checking upon all the sensations of the body, letting the awareness notice what the body is communicating. What are the sensations that the body sends to the awareness? What can you feel in the presence of awareness in the body? Closing the eyes if you're able, and letting the body rest to notice all of these sensations present in the body. And is there anything that can be done to make the body more comfortable? Is there any way to organize the legs and the arms, the neck and head, so that you are more comfortable? What can you do to be more comfortable? Is there a wrinkle in the clothing that might get smoothed out to give you that greater comfort? Taking a great big sigh, letting the next exhale come out. With a little sound, a little sigh, a little hum. Let the body settle in, settle down, and the awareness opens to the sounds around you. The eyes are closed, and so the ears are open, and the ears can hear everything. The ears move around the space, curious to collect all the sounds available, listening near and far, listening for the distant sounds, listening to sounds that might be far away, sounds that are outside of the room or outside altogether. Listening to these sounds like a tape recorder, just aware of these sounds in the space. Always some sounds to listen to. So take the awareness there. Take the awareness of the various sounds. Move from sound to sound. Listen far. What are the furthest sounds you can hear? And listen closer in, closer by, closer to the body, listening to the sounds of the body, listening to the sounds that are maybe of digestion, the sounds of the heartbeat. Listening to the whisper of the breath, listening for the sound of the air moving along the physical structure of the body, right? Those molecules of air brush past the nostrils, and there must be some subtle sound there. So take your awareness to listen to the breath at the nostrils. Can you hear the air moving in the nostrils? Listening and listening more deeply, listening to the even more subtle. Follow the breath as it enters the nose and turns those corners somewhere within the head to fill then the chest, the lungs, the whole trunk really. And listen to the sound of the breath as it enters the body. Listen to the sound of the breath as it fills the body. Can you hear the body receiving the breath? Are you able to notice? That subtle sound of lungs opening to receive the breath. Listening for the physical sounds and listening for energetic sounds, for inner voices, the voice of the heart. With the awareness at the chest, the awareness at the center of the rib cage. And the physical dwelling of the heart and the metaphorical dwelling of the energetic heart. What can you hear there? When you get quiet to listen, what can you hear? There at the center of the chest. Listen. And bring to mind something that brings joy. Call to awareness something that sparks appreciation, delight, joy. It might be a person or an animal, maybe nature. It might be a memory from the past, an event from the future that you're looking forward to. Something that brings delight to the heart. And notice how the very thought of this delightfulness changes the quality of the heart. Can you feel the difference? What happens as you call gladness into the heart, as you call joy into the physical body? How does that feel? Can you create a difference in your physical landscape by nourishing the heart with something joyful, something pleasant, something delightful? Notice how that feels. And bring the awareness again to the whole body. An awareness of the body resting, an awareness of the body comfortable, settled. In the practice of open awareness, in the practice of Yoga Nidra, and the wonderful news is that you can't do this wrong because there's nothing to do. An invitation to be in this mode of mindset, this mode of awareness, in deep self-care with a focus and an awareness on the breath, on the heart, And so the awareness encompasses the physical experience of the lungs and the heart, and the energetic experience, the metaphorical experience. As each body part is named, take the awareness to that body part. There's no physical movement. This is a movement of the mind. And the awareness moves to the crown of the head. And imagine that at the crown of the head, there's a light, a blue or a silver light, a light of fresh air, a light of promise, touching the crown of the head with the awareness, touching also the forehead. The left eyebrow and the right eyebrow, and the point between the eyebrows. The right temple and the left temple. The right ear and the left ear. Right cheek and left. The nose and the tip of the nose. Bring the awareness to the lips and the chin, the front of the neck. Touch the left collarbone and the right collarbone and the hollow between. The right shoulder and the left, the right upper arm and the left. Right elbow, left elbow. Right forearm, left forearm. Right wrist and left. Right hand and left. The right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger and little finger. And the left hand, thumb, ring finger. Middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Awareness of the right shoulder again and the left shoulder. The right collarbone again and the left collarbone. The hollow between. Awareness for the ribs at the right side and the ribs on the left. Let the awareness move rib by rib from the armpit. Awareness of the ribs on the right down to the waist, and from the left armpit, rib by rib. Awareness to the waist. Awareness of the breastbone. Awareness of the right shoulder blade and the left shoulder blade and the space between. Move the awareness along the ribs at the back, from the right shoulder down to the waist, and from the left shoulder, awareness of the ribs, one after another, to the waist. Awareness there of the low back and the abdomen, of the pelvis. Let the mind touch the right hip and the left hip, the right thigh and the left. Right knee and left knee, right shin and left. The right ankle, the left ankle. Right heel and left. The right foot and the left foot. Right big toe, second toe. Third, fourth and fifth. And the left big toe, second toe. Third, fourth and fifth. Awareness. Awareness of the right leg, toes to hip, and awareness of the left leg, toes to hip. Awareness of the right arm, fingers to shoulder, and the left arm, fingers to shoulder. Awareness of the front of the body, abdomen and chest, neck and face, and the back of the body, the buttocks, the back of the neck and the back of the head. Awareness of the legs and the arms, the trunk, the neck, and the head together, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Awareness of the whole body. Awareness of the whole body together, resting in the practice of Yoga Nidra, resting at ease and comfortable, resting in the practice, with a particular care and attention for the lungs and the heart. Resting the awareness at the chest. Resting the awareness to watch the coming and going of the breath. Let the awareness watch the inhale and the exhale. And so on, the awareness fascinated with the ongoing conversation that the lungs have with the environment around. Invite the breath. Receive these inhales. How can the body be to receive this inhale completely? How can the body be to exhale completely? Invite the coming and the going here of a complete breath, complete and effortless, no strain, no struggle. The breath that feels good to the body, the natural breath, the nourishing breath. Follow the breath as it enters through the nose or maybe the mouth. Follow the breath as it moves through the body. What happens there? Follow the breath. What does the breath do within the lungs? Follow the molecules of oxygen as they are delivered to the bloodstream, received by the bloodstream in the air sacs of the lungs. Let the awareness move with the breath into the body. With kindness and gratitude to the lungs, an awareness of the lungs at the front of the body, the lungs that are up by the collarbones and the lungs that are down at the base of the ribs. Awareness of the lungs that are up at the back of the shoulders, behind the shoulder blades. An awareness of the lungs at the low ribs, at the center of the trunk. Notice the connection of the body and the floor. Notice the breath. There in the connection of the body and the floor, does the breath allow the body to touch the floor more completely? Does the inhale expand the back of the body so that the earth holds more of this body? Follow the molecule of air, entering the nose, entering the body, filling the chest, filling the lungs. And imagine the breath enters the body in a spiral, the way winds move in twisters, tornadoes, and the way leaves might curl around when a gust of wind blows, the way incense, smoke draws curls in the air. So let the inhale enter your body. So let the inhale twist in, spiral in. Imagine the air that the nose or the mouth brings in is then twisted and spiraled down the throat, like the whirlpool of a drain. The air enters the body in a twist, spirals in. What happens? Invite this breath to the uppermost parts of the lungs. Invite this breath to the collarbones. Notice the breath. Be with the lungs and let the awareness rest at the very center. Listen for the heartbeat. Tune in to the sensation of the heartbeat. Feel the heart beating. Inviting again gratitude, inviting joyful delight, a memory perhaps of an event or somebody, human or animal, that brings you delight and experience in nature. Invite these ideas, these memories, these plans for beauty, for joy, to fill the heart. Nourish the heart with the images that bring delight, that bring joy. Awareness of the heart, filling with joy. Choosing memories, choosing plans, choosing people and animals and experiences in nature that bring joy to place within the heart, to bring to the heart as nourishment, as a gift. And let that go. Letting that go. Be aware of the body again. Be aware of the body resting. Be aware of the peacefulness that this body now has. And how does the breath show up? Listen again for the sound of the breath. Listen again for all sounds. Listen to the room and beyond the room. Become aware, near and far, of all the sounds, and let the sounds remind your awareness with its closed eyes where you are. If your eyes are closed, keep them closed and let the sounds remind you where you are. Let the sounds paint a picture of this room for you. Remembering where you are and that you're in the practice of Yoga Nidra. Remembering this moment, this day, and anything that might be coming next. Taking a moment to prepare for what's coming later, from this moment here to the next. And listening to the breath and listening to the sounds, bring the awareness again to feel the breath. Bring the awareness to notice the sensation of the air move through the nose. Feel the physical experience of the breath. Notice the movement within the body, the expansion of the chest, the lungs receiving and inviting the sweet breath, and the heart receiving a hug from deep within the lungs, the heart, an ongoing massage from its companions, the lungs, inhaling to hug, exhaling to release. Feel the whole body. Feel the back of the body with the support of the ground beneath you, and feel the front of the body. The protection of clothing, covers. The very protection of skin. Feel the skin exposed to air. Notice the whole body resting, integrated. The whole body, a single unit, one whole magnificent body with a strong heart, a loving heart, and powerful lungs to take every breath with an awareness and a gratitude of the whole body, tell yourself the practice is coming to a close. Tell yourself that you can return at any moment you wish. But for now, you're transitioning into what is next for you. When you're ready, you'll deepen the breath. You'll take a longer, deeper breath, and you'll begin tiny movements. Maybe the tongue in the mouth, wiggling the toes and the feet, the fingers and the hands, and turning the head from side to side. These small movements grow larger, and the larger movements are your body's guidance, your body. Showing you what it would like the most. A big stretch, open wide, expand, or perhaps fold it up. Give it a hug. What does the body want in this moment? What does the body need? It might want to roll over. It might want to stay cozy, comfortable wherever you are. You might rest. And you might be moving on to an activity. Taking a great deep breath. Feeling awake and alert. Taking a great deep breath in preparedness for what's next. Thank you, lungs. Thank you, heart. And thank you all for listening. Thank you for joining this practice of Yoga Nidra. The practice is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat.